Dr. Elmer, Advanced Neurospinal Solutions, and the question is about the brainstem. What is the brainstem? Wow, we could spend years discussing this. The most complicated, the most sophisticated part of the nervous system, amazingly intricate and vital. When we have a problem in our brainstem, everything goes wrong. So, but I've got a brainstem here, a large model of it, and the brainstem sits in just above the hole in your skull. The medulla, which is the bottom of the brainstem, actually sticks down to the top edge of C1, and the bottom part is the medulla. You've heard of that before, especially on Waterboy, right? They talked about the medulla oblongata, and that here's the pons. Pons means bridge. This is where stuff crosses over, and this is the midbrain, or the mesencephalon. And I want you to think of the most difficult spaghetti bowl you've ever seen. The one in Las Vegas here is nothing compared to those probably in Malaysia, and some of those other places are absolutely out of control. They are nothing compared to the brainstem. It's got all kinds of things going through it. And everything that's going down goes through the brainstem. Everything that's going up goes through the brainstem, except for sense of smell. And so you can imagine that this is a busy place. The top of the brainstem, the midbrain, pons, medulla. Now I'm going to teach you a neuroscience concept, which I think is really amazing and makes things make a little bit more sense. Is the top, the midbrain versus the pons. And the pons has on the back of it, we don't have it here, but you have a cerebellum which sticks in the back here. And it's a tenth the size of the brain, but it's got half the neurons and that. And we tend to look at it and say, oh look, there's a pons and a cerebellum. That's not the way it is. It's all one. Like cauliflower. If you think of cauliflower, you've got a stalk, branches, budding. And that's, which part is cauliflower? The answer is all of it is cauliflower. Same thing here. The pons has 8 nuclei on each side, and they contribute to the branches and the budding that we call the cerebellum. So the pons is the cerebellum. Now, the midbrain itself is a stalk, branches, and budding, and the budding is the brain. And so understanding each one of these individually is literally understanding the brain. And when something happens to the midbrain, it affects the brain. It can't help but affect the brain in a very adverse way. In fact, when you get, like, let's say the frequency on this side is running higher than the frequency on this side, things become hypersensitive. Light, sounds, smells, tastes, changes in schedule, right? They kind of slap you in the face. It's an emotional experience. That's in the midbrain. Now, what caused it? That's what my job is, right? I don't treat the what. I can get rid of those, I can knock down those symptoms fairly easily. But how do I stop the thing that's making it so that it's ramped up? That's what my job is. I don't treat the what, I treat the why. So if you have any other questions, if you want to break it down even farther, hey, let's do it. I love it. So if you have any questions, call Renee and leave a message or tell her, and we'll happy to do a video on it. This is Dr. Roger Elmer, Advanced Neurospinal Solutions. We're here when you're ready to take your life back.